Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about strollers. With this being our first child, we really didn't know what we were looking for when we were looking for a stroller. We were looking more for appearance. We wanted something that was gender neutral just because we wanted to keep it for maybe a second and third child, just a second child. So today I just wanted to give you some stroller buying tips. So this is the stroller we bought. It's a Chicco. We purchased this from Target. I think it was almost $300, probably maybe around $260 or so. We didn't do a whole lot of research when we were looking for strollers. We did go to a lot of stores and looked at the different kinds, but we really didn't, like I said, we really didn't know what we were looking for when we were looking for a stroller. I did know we wanted something that was easy to open and close, which this one is easy to open and close. But I really hate this stroller. As you can see, it's extremely big and bulky. It's huge. I mean, it's got a ton of space. It's got a cup holder, a little bin here for, I guess, your phone and stuff. It's got a huge basket, but you don't use that basket when the car seat is in there. You can't get to it, so it's useless unless you're using that when baby is not in his car seat anymore. Another reason why I hate this stroller, this car seat can only hold up to 22 pounds. At the time, we didn't think that was such a big deal, but Mason is now 18 pounds, so he's only got a few more pounds and he's not going to be able to use this car seat anymore. Luckily, my sister already bought us a convertible car seat, so he'll be able to use that. But that means we only got 6 months of use out of this, so that is a huge waste of money. Make sure when you're looking at your different car seats, you're looking at one that can hold more weight. I've seen some of them hold up to 35 and 40 pounds. Those are the ones you want to go for. I don't have any other issues with this. You can take it off and put it on really easy. The little hood, I think it's great. There's some really cheap ones out there, so this one is great. It did have little pillows in there for when he was tiny. I did take him out now because he's so big and he doesn't need them anymore. This little seat belt pulls it tight. So this, I mean, in itself, it's a really good car seat. I just hate that it only holds 22 pounds. As for the stroller, like I said, it is huge. It's a giant stroller. Look at it. I mean, it's perfect if you're really going to use it. I mean, it's got a huge basket, 2 cup holders there, a cup holder here. It folds down really easily. It's got the latch here that you lift up, pull it together, and it clicks shut. So it's not going anywhere, and it stands up on its own. It's perfect. And that was something that we looked at a lot of strollers. We wanted to make sure it folded easy and it locked, just because, oh, and something else, the handlebars go down. That way it fits in the car easier. But what you don't know, because it's such a big and bulky stroller, this thing weighs 22 pounds. Now, 22 pounds doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're trying to carry an 18-pound baby, however much that car seat weighs, and then trying to lift this into the car, obviously they're separate, but it gets tiring and it's heavy. If you're going shopping with your husband or boyfriend or significant other, it's great if it's a man because he can easily lift this in and out of the car. But for little me, I'm only 5 foot tall, this thing is heavy and it takes up so much space. Now, I drive a medium-sized SUV and this takes up a lot of space in my truck. So once you have this in the trunk area, you can forget about buying anything big like furniture, baby toys. if you can see Mason, that when I bought it, we barely fit that into the trunk with this. It serves its purpose. It worked its way in the airport. It's got a great little canopy here. It's not at all cheap. This, I have to admit, Chicco really did take their time in making their products, because this is a very well-made stroller. It's just giant. I wish we would have maybe gone with the Chicco car seat, something that obviously holds more weight, but I wish we would have gone with a much smaller stroller, something lighter. Kind of like, have you seen, I think in Babies R Us, they have just the frames. I mean, you don't get none of this fabric. It's basically just the frame, and then you attach the car seat. And it's only like $100. We were looking this weekend, and I was telling my husband, how come we didn't think of that? Because excuse my cat, she's checking on Mason for me. The frame strollers, they fold down so tiny because it's basically a frame. It's so convenient. It takes up no space. I am hitting myself because we spent almost $300 on this, and we only got 6 months use out of it. Do your research. Make sure it's going to fit in your trunk. I mean, it fits in your trunk, but make sure it's going to fit into your trunk with groceries, or if you buy any big furniture, any toys for the baby. Really take into consideration that, because we did not. This is our new stroller. This is Mason's big boy stroller. We went with a Juvie. We paid a little over $200 for this. We got this from our local baby store. It's called Baby Earth. I'm sure you can find it online. Maybe you can find it at Babies R Us or Bye Bye Baby. But the reason we chose this is because look how small and compact it is. It's sleek. It's basically a frame, and the only padding it has is on the seat, and it's pretty cushioned. It's got the great little straps, plus these little, I don't know what you call these things, but to protect him from the straps here. But if you can see, there's little cup holders on the side here. We did do a ton of research on these small strollers. We went to 100 different stores, asked a ton of different people, but something that was really important to me was the canopy. And as you can see, this one has a really, really awesome canopy. It goes all the way down. Mason hates to have the sun in his eyes. This is perfect because it comes down so much. It's got the peekaboo here, and it's not cheap. This was really well made. I really, really like it. It weighs 17 pounds. It's only a few pounds less than the Chicco, but it folds down really, really small. You got the little handle here, and then let's close the canopy. And if you hear it clicks, so it stays shut. I mean, look how small that is compared to the other one. I mean, it's tiny. It takes up absolutely no space in your car. I mean, like I said, it still weighs 17 pounds, so it's still pretty heavy, but it's a lot easier to get in and out of the car. There's a latch on this side where it holds it, and you just pull it out, and it basically goes down on its own. Oh, well, you do have to kick it down. But pretty simple. I love it. And it's also got a little bag in the back. Since there's nothing going across, it does have 2 little cup holders and a little pouch. So it's neat, it's simple, it's light. I like it. It works for us. So when you're shopping for a stroller, do you go with a jogging stroller, a travel system stroller, a frame stroller. Like us, we didn't really know where to start. Thankfully, my mom bought us our travel system stroller. My in-laws bought us the jogging stroller. This stroller is perfect if you are an outdoors person. We are definitely outdoors people. We live in Austin, Texas. It's a very outdoorsy, get out and enjoy the sun type of place. So we are always outside. We take our dogs out to the parks. We like to go down to San Antonio and walk around SeaWorld, Six Flags, Schlitterbahn. Very outdoors. There's a ton of parks. There's wooded parks. There's just so much to do here, and it's all outdoors. And since we had our baby, we did not want to let that stop us. So I'm so thankful that my in-laws bought this for us because it gets a ton of use. This is the baby trend, and I think they got this from Target. I know they sell the baby trend at Target, and they also sell it at Babies R Us. And I think it's only about maybe a little over $100. And I like it just because it's on the cheaper end. It's got the big wheels that you blow up, so you don't have to worry about the wheels being plastic and getting holes poked through. It's got 2 cup holders, a little storage thing here where I keep my poop bags. It did have a bar that goes across where it's got the cup holders and a little area for snacks, but since Mason doesn't drink or eat any snacks while we're on our walks, I took it off. Since Mason is still a little bit small, we did put this little pillow in there so that way he's when it gets bumpy, he's not bouncing all over. And then we also added these little giraffe safety things that go around his shoulder so the nylon doesn't chafe him or anything. But it's got the reason we told them we wanted this is because the front wheel is swivel. It's not locked. It's not an official, I guess it is an official jogging stroller, but it can turn. I've heard some complaints about the ones that have the fixed wheel. This to me is perfect. I wish instead of going with the Chicco, we would have just got the car seat that attaches to this, because I use this every day. And the car seat that holds him in it, I think it holds up to 30 pounds. So I feel like we would have got more use out of it. The only complaint on this is it is a bigger stroller. When you fold it down, it takes up a lot of space. The way you fold this one down, it's got 2 little red knobs on each side, and you just pull them towards you and slide it down. This one does not click shut, so it will open if you hold it the wrong way, but it's pretty cool because you've got these little handles to help you lift it into the car. And it's a heavy stroller. Guys out, and then there you go. As for the canopy, it's a decent one. It's covered in little cotton balls because I normally put a blanket over because it doesn't have the best canopy. The one thing I do like about it though is it's not attached to the back. So if the sun is setting and it's in his eyes, I can just pull this down to cover his eyes, or either way. But the reason I put a blanket over is in case the sun is coming on the sides, there's no protection. So this is perfect. I do think this was worth $100 and however many dollars. I'm glad we didn't go with one that was super expensive because all the jogging strollers are big and bulky. So there's no way of downsizing that. It's been working for us. I really like it. So if you're shopping for one, I do recommend the baby trend. Mason's just trying to say hi. Are you telling everyone you love this stroller, baby? Yes, we use this every day, don't we? Huh, Mason? Do we use the stroller every day? Almost every day. Yes. All right, guys.